switch over to my Twitter
Oh, there's no. I
account.
just noticed there's no colors either. The buttons aren't colored. That's weird.
Retweet.
Where is
Retweet.
it?
Oh, Joey, I don't know if you saw. I finally got my boom arm. Check it out.
Nice.
Finally.
You'll
What
never
brand?
go back.
I feel like a
What,
real broadcaster now.
what brand is it?
Luling Arts. It's
I don't.
made
I don't even use
specifically.
mine anymore.
It's made
Like
specifically for this.
I got this
Blue
headset which
Yeti.
feels the ear cups are really nice and soft, so I've
Yeah.
just been using this for weeks now.
You sound
I
great
haven't
on it
actually.
though. You sound
Yeah,
really
I'm
good.
surprised how good it sounds because it's just some. It was a Chinese. It was a free Amazon review item.
That's cool.
Oh, you know
Let's
what?
see. Make
Let me
sure.
hop on my own Twitch real quick and host
Okay.
host the stream. I didn't even think about that.
Ooh, I
Um,
need to turn that down.
how do I do that?
Make sure that's.
Wait, how do I host? Oh, I can go to. Can I go to my channel?
Yeah,
I can
you
still
gotta.
go to my chat, right? Even if it's not live. Oh yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
think so. You have to go. I think it's under your creator dashboard.
Yeah. Okay. I have to go right to my chat room. Host Jay. It doesn't. Does that work? Yeah. I'm getting a commercial, but it works.
It should pop up for me. Yeah.
Holy shit! Is this the?
I
30
think you
or
already
40?
host me though.
Yeah, but my list of auto hosts is random,
Oh, okay.
and there's already like 4 other people online at the moment.
Yeah, because usually if it's a new host, it'll pop up in a thing, but it never. It didn't pop up for me when you did that.
Okay, I see it. It doesn't look very clear though.
Let me go to my creator dashboard, but just make sure everything's looks. Ooh, power flicker.
Oh no.
All right, we're still good.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, all right. I didn't see it in the. I saw that in the stream, so it was delayed.
All right, I say we go ahead and get this bad boy underway before anything happens.
Yep.
Are you recording this, Derek, just in case?
I am not. I'm not set up to.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, I can. You want me to? I can do it through like OBS.
Yeah, if you can, just to have a backup, just in case.
Wait a minute. You want me to record directly from the Twitch stream?
Yeah, you can.
All right, give me 2 seconds. Why
I
is
guess I
nothing
could do
coming up?
that if I lose the audio. of
That
it.
yeah, that's how I would do it. I would just go through the Twitch
Yeah, I could
stream and
just
then
go
do
pull
like
it off the Twitch.
Well, you're in OBS? Oh no, you're not in OBS, right? Oh, no, you are.
Yeah, I am. I'm in Streamlabs.
Oh, so can you do record and stream at the same time, or that would totally slow you down?
It might slow me down. Evening, Axe
Yeah.
Blade. What's up, man?
Give me 2 seconds. Let me
Okay.
throw this up on my other screen, on my other monitor, and I'll record it that way.
Okay.
JJJ. Alright, there we go. Okay. You know what? Hold on. It might not.
That's okay if you can't. I'll at least have the Twitch stream. I can go back and pull the audio off of if anything happens.
Oh, that's true. You can download it right after we're done.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's usually what I do for my YouTube. So do you want me to not bother then?
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to worry about it.
And
It's
then you can just pull it
raining.
out of the VOD.
Axe Blade says his body is ready for tonight's show. Well, all right.
All right, so let me get out of OBS. So
Love
you could just download the VOD right out of your Twitch
Yeah.
page once it's done.
Yeah, I'll just do that
Alright.
if anything happens to it.
All right, sweet.
All right, fellas, if you're ready, I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Do you like the show and you want to help support us? Do you want us to stay ad-free? Do you want extra episodes every month? Of course you do. Then head over to patreon.com/nerdcaveretro. Become a Patreon supporter of this very show. It is our annual Halloween show here at the Nerd Cave Retro Podcast. My name is JayFunktastic.
I don't have a clever horror nickname, so I'm just Derek Diamond.
And we have as our new yearly annual tradition, we have back one of our favorite guests here on the show, Mr. Joey Image.
Evening. I like that it's yearly and annual.
Yeah.
A yearly annual tradition.
Yearly annual tradition.
It's so
what's going
great
on,
we have to
fellas?
use both contexts.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that, man.
So what we
Thanks
did
for
was,
having me, guys.
of course, man. We couldn't do this
absolutely.
without you because last year we know how big of a Halloween fan you are. I mean, you've got tattoos on your body of the Halloween series of movies. And last year, what we did was for this podcast here, if you want to go back and listen to it, last October we did the original 1978 Halloween, and then we did 1 and 2 in one podcast. We talked about 1 and 2, and then we went over to the Derek Diamond Experience and followed that up with Halloween 3, which I still love that movie, and I don't get Joey's hate of it.
I mean, it's like I texted you last week and it was like, dude, I can't understand still how that is your favorite one of the series. Like I said, if it was just called Season of the Witch and didn't have Halloween 3 attached to it, it would be good.
Well, here's the thing. I don't look at it as a Halloween movie. It is a whole separate style of movie than what the Halloween series is. So if you're looking at just the Michael Myers story, then of course my favorite is the first one, of course. But I look at Halloween 3 as a totally separate entity. Like, I don't know why I guess because I saw it first when I was a kid, I can separate it from the rest of the Halloween series.
Yeah, so in your mind that started the series, and then the rest makes sense because they're all actually in order without that little weird break in the middle that was 3.
Yeah, I guess that you could say that.
I would like to get a Silver Shamrock T-shirt though. That would be kind of cool. I don't know if they make those, but that would
that'd
be
be
awesome.
great.
I just got an email today. I don't know if you guys know who Fright Rags is, but they make all old school horror, I guess, T-shirts and well, a whole bunch of different merch. They have a really cool hat with the giant H2O logo on the front of it. But they just came out with a bunch of shirts for the 2018 movie that we're going to talk about, and they look so good. They're so cool.
I work at a T-shirt shop, and I was thinking today, I was like, man, what if I could just get some vector art of the 3 masks from Halloween 3 and just make my own T-shirt of it. I was like, man, that would be awesome. And I would send them to you guys. I wouldn't charge anything. I would just send them to you. So if I can get that done, I'll send them to you.
I got to show you. I'll tweet you a picture when I get a chance. But I just pre-ordered a lunchbox and thermos set from the original movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
It doesn't come out until like March or something like that. But I pre-ordered it a couple of weeks ago. It's like when I was in school, man. It's a lunchbox and it's a thermos and it's brand new. It's got picture. It's either from the first movie or it's got like a collage of stuff from all the movies.
Yeah.
But it's really cool looking.
Dude, I almost bought an Evil Dead 2 lunchbox not too long ago. I wish I would have bought it. I love lunchboxes. The only lunchboxes I still have are my Masters of the Universe lunchbox that I had when I was in first grade. And I have a Star Wars lunchbox that my ex-mother-in-law bought me, like back when me and
those are two good ones to have, man.
Yeah.
First got married, but I swear to you, and I don't know if it's psychosomatic or what, but when I open up the Masters of the Universe one, I can still smell peanut butter and jelly and Doritos. Yes, Wally, I know there's a hurricane. That's why we're doing it early tonight.
Oh, I can't see the chat room. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, we got Axeblade in there. Axeblade says he's got that damn song stuck in his head again from Season of the Witch. Yeah, that's one of the downsides of the movie. Yeah, but
Silver Shamrock.
3 more days to Halloween. Halloween.
There it is.
Wait, it's hilarious. It's hilarious because when we did those shows last year, Jason, you told me to watch Halloween 3 first.
Mm-hmm.
So I did, and I think that helps with the whole like perception of the movie because I do too look at it as a whole separate thing
Oh,
and not
you know
part of the
what?
series.
By this time next year, we'll be able to discuss the next. We'll be able to discuss Halloween Kills. So what I want to do is I'm going to buy the 3 different silver shamrock masks, and I'm going to send one to each of you guys. So the way that we look on Discord right now, we'll be able to each have one of the masks on, and
I love that idea.
I'm so bummed that they pushed that movie back.
I know, man.
You know, I mean, I get it, but everyone else is doing their big releases streaming now or through iTunes or Amazon Prime. Just do one of those, please.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously it won't be the same, but you know, I'd rather sit in my living room now and watch it than have to wait another year for something that's already done and was ready to come out this month.
Stupid coronavirus. Just go away already. But speaking of Halloween Kills, we are here to talk about Halloween, the 2018 film, which I call it Halloween 18 because that's just the easiest way to remember which one it is. It is a 2018 American horror slasher film directed by David Gordon Green, written by Green, Jeff Fradley, and of course Danny McBride, of all people. It is the 11th installment in the Halloween film series and a direct sequel to the 1978 film of the same name, while affecting a retcon of all previous sequels. It stars Jamie Lee Curtis and Nick Castle, who reprised their respective roles as Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, with stuntman James Jude Courtney also portraying Myers. It also stars Judy Greer, Andy Matichak, Will Patton, and Virginia Gardner. What did you think about the kind of the retconning of everything that happened from 2 forward? Because as we discussed last year, I don't mind Halloween 2. I think it's a good movie, but I just felt a lot of the stuff in it, like the whole Laurie Strode being Michael Myers' sister, was a little forced. So, and they actually, in this movie, I
love that line.
Addressed that as, what did he say in the movie? I didn't think to capture it.
She was talking about, well, first of all, I didn't realize this was a sequel to 1. I thought this was a sequel. I've always thought this was a sequel to 2.
Yeah.
Because at the end of 1, Loomis is alive. And then in this one, they just say, "Oh, I took over his case after Loomis died."
Mm-hmm.
So if 2 doesn't exist, then that's kind of not explained.
Yeah.
Although I guess it wasn't really explained that well in 2 either. But I don't know. They were walking down the street, and the dude said, "Wasn't that like your mom's brother or something like that? Like your uncle? Oh no, your grandmother's brother that killed all those people." And she goes, "No, that was just a rumor that someone made up for." I forget. She said a reason too.
Yeah, she said
but
something.
I always love that line.
She said something like something people made up to just make themselves feel better, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Right.
I love little nuggets like that.
Yeah. There were a lot of them in this.
See, I should have captured that little exchange right there. I did think it was really cool. How do you think they did the Dr. Loomis stuff at
I took brief notes. I forgot all about that. Okay. Sorry.
But we start out the movie with 2 podcasters, investigative journalists who are trying to make a podcast about the original Halloween murders that happened on Halloween night 1978. So the movie.
You know what's interesting is later on they referred to it as the babysitter murders.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was the working title of the movie before they changed the name to Halloween.
Oh yeah.
I never knew that. I didn't know that.
Did you guys ever go? I think I told you about it last year. Did you go and listen to that Halloween podcast that went through the whole history?
One that was
of
like
Halloween?
8 parts or whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I did. That following
awesome.
week.
Yes.
It was so good every day.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I liked is they were like 32 or 34-minute episodes or whatever, so I could do it on my way to and from work. So it took me like 4 or 5 days to finish. That was great.
Oh yeah,
it was great.
If you could look that up, I don't remember the exact name of it.
I don't either, but I'll find it.
I might still have it saved.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say I probably still have it saved. It doesn't say the same thing.
But this movie starts out with the 2 podcasters. Of course, they're trying to piece together what happened that night 40 years ago, and so they start out the movie at the state mental hospital. And they go try to speak with Michael Myers. Of course, Michael Myers has a new doctor who is taking care of him, and you hear the notes that the audio notes that Dr. Loomis had after the events.
Where did that come from? Like, did they just happen to have like was it recorded audio that I forgot. Was it Donald Pleasance?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Did they just have like audio that they just never used that fit here, or
I
did he just sound alike?
I didn't know if you knew or not. That's what I was going to ask you. If they actually,
I was actually talking to Angela about that last night, and she's like, "Oh, maybe they had someone that just sounded like him."
Yeah, it might just be a sound alike because it sounds.
But man, that's a spot on impression. Yeah.
But he's talking about basically Michael Myers is pure evil. Doesn't deserve to live. He needs to be killed. He needs to be executed by the state, and then the body immediately cremated. And it kind of sets up the whole Michael Myers is pure evil, like that in the first movie.
You know what just clicked in my head just now is it makes sense to me now that it's a sequel to 1 and not 2, because he was technically cremated at the end of 2. So
exactly.
And I was just thinking at the end of this, same thing. So it would make a lot of sense that 2 technically didn't happen. Okay, okay, sorry. That light bulb just went off for me now when you said that. Now I'm like, oh, what an idiot I am. Like, I watched this whole thing multiple times.
It left a lot of questions.
I just got it.
It left a lot of questions with me about like I know they wanted to study him, but why would the state leave him alive like that? Like, why?
You think they would learn?
And that's the whole it sort of set up when in this scene right here. Let me hear.
There he is. He can speak. He just chooses not to.
I'd love to stand closer to him if I may. Get a sense of his awareness or lack of awareness.
Oh, make no mistake, he's aware. He was watching you as you arrived.
So he walks in, it's very creepy, this open kind of courtyard area of the mental asylum, and the next scene I captured a clip from is where the guy pulls out the Michael Myers mask and holds it up to him, and he's just like, say something, and you feel it. And sort of like as soon as that happens, everybody starts to go crazy around him, and it makes me wonder, like, is there just some sort of aura around Michael Myers? Is he have just so much evil permeates from him that he affects people around him, and that's kind of why the doctor kind of went crazy and basically set this whole movie in motion, because we come to find out towards the end of the movie, and spoilers, everybody, if you haven't seen it. I mean, the movie's 2 years old, so get over it. The doctor basically sets.
I know what you're going to say, and I don't understand this part.
Yeah, the doctor lets him out. Like the doctor causes the bus crash. We come to find out later in the movie, he escapes just because the doctor wants to see him in the wild, like to see what happens. And does it sort of set up, does it feel like they were trying to set up that Michael is sort of a supernatural character, like he just has so much evil permeating from him that he just affects everyone around him?
The first time I saw this, I thought it was going to turn out that Michael was actually the doctor and the other guy was just some plant, as like some wacko he found on another floor in the insane asylum, and like, I'll just use this guy and just call him Mike, whatever. And then it's actually him. He's like, oh, I talk now and I kill people. I have a mustache and I'm fat, and somehow I got a medical degree or something. I don't know. But I thought that would have been insanely wacky. But first of all, what's the doctor's name? Because he says it with that accent like 20 times, and I don't remember any of it. I watched it with closed captioning on, and I still don't remember it.
Yeah, let me look up that. I don't remember exactly the doctor's name.
Yeah. I'm on it.
It was so. He says it like right in the beginning. He's like, "Hey, I'm Dr. Joe Smith." Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Really fast, and he's got that heavy accent, and I don't understand a word of what I don't understand most of what he said. But I watched a little bit of it with closed captioning on just so I could figure out dialogue.
Is it Dr. Sartain?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it is. Okay.
Dr. Sartain.
Yeah.
So basically, he takes over after Dr. Loomis passes away.
I like the line where Laurie Strode says, "Oh, you're the new Loomis, huh?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was such a good line. Because that's what everyone's thinking now they're watching the movie. As soon as the guy shows up and says, "Oh, I took over," every viewer is like, "Oh, that's going to be the new Dr. Loomis in this."
Mm-hmm.
And then 90 or 40 minutes later, she goes, "Oh, you're the new Loomis, huh?" Like, oh, that's great.
She said what we were all thinking.
Yeah. It was very almost like an inside baseball line. But if you've watched the series, if you're a regular, you know about it already. Or you're thinking the same thing.
And I love the Dr. Loomis character. He added so much gravitas to the first couple of movies that, he stayed on till what, like the fifth one or
something like
sixth,
that.
I think. But man, that first movie, I still got a lot of clips from that first movie where he's just talking about those eyes, the black eyes, and all that stuff. And he just made that movie so much, more. He brought so much weight to it with that character,
and that accent, and like his like deep, like gravelly voice. Like there's nothing behind those eyes but pure evil.
Yeah.
Everything he said was so creepy when he said it like that. It added a lot to that movie.
Yeah.
Well, he was there to try and make sense of what was going on and to explain it to the audience.
Right.
And I have the clip from where the guy pulls the mask out.
You feel it, don't you, Michael? You feel the mask. Say something, Michael. Say something. You can feel it, can't you?
And so that everybody starts going crazy. Dogs start barking. So
why was there dogs in a mental home?
I don't know. Maybe
that's what I was thinking too.
I was thinking,
dogs here.
Or is it like a companion? I don't know what they call it. There's a name for it, like a companion, emotional companion, or something like that.
Or maybe they were for security.
For some of the patients.
Security reasons, maybe. And another thing.
Maybe. But even they were affected by the mask, though. Like, is there a little, like a doggy Myers running around with a mask on? They're all traumatized by seeing it.
Well, that's what I was wondering.
That's a movie I would watch.
Well, actually, now that I think about it,
like what is the magical power of the mask?
Doggy Myers.
Is it the mask itself, or is it Michael Myers? Like, is the mask possessed?
Part of me thinks that maybe they didn't know who he was, the other patients, but they see the mask and they're like, "Holy shit, that's that guy."
Yep.
And then they're like, "Oh my god, like Figaro, the dude singing Figaro, whatever." They're all like, "Holy crap, that's that dude!" And there's a giant, and Jay's big black cat shows up.
Yeah.
We're not spooked enough. It's Halloween almost, and
hey, kitty.
there's a black cat right there.
He wants
better
to be
not
part of the
cross
show.
your path.
Yeah, I was about to say, better not cross your path. No, I agree with what Joey was saying. It was almost like the symbolism of the mask, and you got to, if that's the case, you got to imagine one of those patients. They see the mask, and you're like, holy crap, we've been locked with this guy for 40 years.
Yeah, that's
oh my God.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Yeah, maybe they didn't realize who he was or whatever, but then obviously everyone's heard about it. I'm sure they have televisions in the institution or whatever, and then people see the mask and they're like, oh shit, that's that. I mean, oh crap, that's that guy that we saw. I don't remember if we could swear in the show. I forget.
And nobody questions it when like why whose idea was it to transfer Michael Myers out of the facility to another facility?
You think they would learn?
On October 30th, 40 years to the day that these murders happened. Like, who? What?
It was the doctor.
What?
I mean, I know, but nobody said, guys, maybe we should wait a week.
November 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
November 1st at midnight, you can transfer him.
Yeah.
And think about that from Laurie Strode's, from her perspective. It's just like, really? They're going to transfer this dude out on a bus? Like, anything can happen on the 40th anniversary of these murders. And that's you know what this movie really made me think about? Is this is sort of like Michael Myers is the Terminator, basically. And, the doctor even says it in the movie. Like, all he knows how to do is be on the move and kill. That's all he knows how to do. That's a Terminator. Like, And his only mission is to kill Laurie Strode, because it's established in the movie that basically they're two sides of the same coin. He's afraid of her, she's afraid of him, and all they want to do, the only thing that keeps both of them alive, is that they want to stay alive long enough to kill one another.
Yeah.
And so basically he's like a Terminator from the original 1984 Terminator, and she is Linda Hamilton from Terminator 2.
Yeah.
So it's like the
That's
original
actually a really good
Terminator.
comparison.
Yeah, the original Terminator against, Sarah Connor from the T2. And that's basically what this movie is.
No, I completely agree with that.
That's a really good comparison, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a great comparison.
So I was thinking about it too. Like, I love the psychological implications that they talk about in this movie too. Like, the effect that it has on victims. Like, because Laurie Strode was, I wouldn't say a weak character, but she was also like the damsel in distress from the first movie. And she was the last one alive. And she almost killed, and the cool thing is that they did keep, when she stabs him in the eye in the original movie with the sewing needle.
Coat hanger?
One of the coat hanger, that's right.
Yeah, the sewing needle was the neck.
And he's got like the messed up eye. You get glimpses of that.
One. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, so he's afraid of her, but she also, the doctor talks about victims and how they can either become weak or they can become strong. And Laurie Strode, obviously, she's got a lot of problems in her life because of her strength, because she knows that one day, he's coming after her and she's going to have to be ready. And that's why she's kind of the Sarah Connor of this movie, is because she knows that the day is going to come. And that's got to be fucked up when it's 40 years to the day and they're transferring this dude out. Like, this is
you know what? I have something I noticed. I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but you mentioned the bus earlier, that the doctor made the bus crash or whatever. So when the bus crashes and they all escape, and you see that, like, it's almost like a flashback when Loomis and the nurse pull in and they're all walking around, they're all out of there. So you see that, and then the dude and his kid drive up in the pickup truck and are like, what the hell is going on? And they show it almost looked just like in the headlights.
Yeah.
All the patients walking around just like with Loomis and the nurse. Why does that kid look like he's 10 and that guy he keeps calling dad looks like he's 85? Because in my head I was like, oh, this kid's driving with his grandfather. And then he says dad like 3 times. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Like, something's not consistent here.
Life just kicked him in the ass one day.
Well, his dad does look like
in the face and the legs and
just the entire body.
Yeah.
Well, his dad did look like like he might have been a heavy drinker or something, like drinking and smoking.
Maybe that's why he stopped and got out of the truck when he saw that, because he was hammered.
He was drunk.
Started drinking and smoking at the age of 13.
Yeah.
It hasn't stopped since.
But that kid did. I mean, that guy did not look like. I don't know. He just looked like he was in his 70s at least, and this kid looks like he's like 9 or 10. Like, I want to go to dance class. And the guy's like, don't you want to go shoot guns and hunt? I'm like, I don't know if you can kind of say stuff like that in 20. Everyone's super sensitive now.
Well,
like, I don't know if you can say stuff like that in 2020.
That was me as a kid. I was, I didn't want to go shoot guns. I'm like, I want to go play Nintendo.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Rampage is here. Welcome, Rampage. We'll kind of go through. The one thing I did like was some of the parallels between this one and the original 1978, like when you see Laurie Strode's granddaughter at the back of the seat, the back of the classroom, where
that was the first notes I wrote down. She was in the same desk, and they were talking about the same topic.
Yep. And she looks out and she sees Laurie Strode standing across the street, like Michael Myers was. So a lot of little nods.
Awesome. I geeked out over that.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, there was a lot of little nods like that to make you realize that, that Laurie Strode basically has become the hunter as well. All those little nods like that. What are the notes you got there, Joey, that you wanted to discuss?
We already covered everything I said. The only thing that we haven't covered yet is I want the movable island with the hidden basement too.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes.
That's the only thing that I wrote that we haven't already talked about. That's the coolest thing in the world. I mean, apparently that one wasn't very secure because Michael just kind of lifted it off the thing after 85 tries. But that's such a cool idea, like for a hidden bomb shelter thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't need that in New Jersey, but I don't know, it just looked cool.
Yeah, we don't have basements here in the South because they would just be soggy and gross.
But if we did, we would have one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I captured this clip just because I think this kid's funny. I love this kid.
Oh, fuck me.
I saw someone in the hallway standing outside my door.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
There was a fucked up face watching me from the dark.
Oh, ghosts and goblins, little buddy.
Shut up, Dave. I heard him breathing, and then I saw him. He's in here. Boogeyman's in this house.
Okay, all right. Come on, I got you. Let's check it out.
Send Dave first.
Send Dave first.
No, it's not.
Oh yeah.
The best line that kid said was as the blonde chick was getting stabbed, he's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
and just runs away.
Oh, I did have that. Let me play that.
Oh shit! Oh god! No! No!
Yeah, that was a pretty intense scene there. That whole exchange through that whole thing, and then what was the guy's name that was Officer Hawkins, Will Patton?
Oh yeah.
He comes in and she's covered with sheet. He sees her, and then of course Michael and Laurie Strode shows up because of the domestic disturbance. Laurie Strode shows up. She sees him in the one mirror or the one window. She looks
that was
over,
Nick Castle.
and she sees. Yeah.
What I read was that was the only scene he was in because he did that head tilt perfectly.
Yeah.
So when she looks up and sees him in the window and he does the head tilt, that was Nick Castle, but the rest of it was June, whatever the hell the guy's name was.
Yeah. But she sees him up in the window. She shoots. Of course, it's the mirror. And then, woo, the wind is really picking up outside right now. Yes, I am going through Hurricane Zeta, Catherine Zeta-Jones right now. But,
Hurricane Zeta-Jones.
We were talking about the doctor earlier and how he basically orchestrated this whole thing. And this is basically the lines that he kind of confesses to everything.
I've worked with Michael for years, but I've never seen him in an uncontrolled environment. I've never heard him speak, you see. In spite of my encouragements, he remains unresponsive. But tonight, so many possibilities exist.
So basically, you just let him out to just see what would happen. That's screwed up, man.
That part I never picked up on until just now.
He does.
Because like I said before, I didn't understand why he killed the cop or whatever, and then let him like free or live or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like I said earlier. Like, what if Michael Myers is, they're trying to establish that he's kind of this supernatural character that just exudes this evil that just affects people around him, and maybe he caused the doctor to go crazy to help him get out of the hospital. We don't really know, but kind of makes you question it, because if you're around someone, like if you're obsessed with Michael Myers, like the doctor seems to be, I mean, of course he's an interesting case. Like maybe it's sort of like the Harley Quinn sort of thing where, she was around the Joker for too long and, he caused her to turn evil basically.
Became a victim of his own study.
Exactly. Whoa. Something just hit the roof.
I heard that too.
I heard that.
Wow. Here, let me go
Getting
and play.
crazy in Biloxi.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hurry this up, guys. I just don't want the power to go out.
Yeah.
But here, I got this line here. This was my favorite line of the movie right here.
Mom! Help us! I can't do it!
Oh.
I'm sorry, I can't do it!
shoots him in the face.
Yeah, I like that
In the
line.
face.
Yeah, I like that she was, because even when I first time I saw the movie, I was like, oh man, she's not gonna like
Yeah.
bitch out like that, man. And then of course she goes, gotcha, and shoots him in the face. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
That was with she had the gun with her initials on it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was the whole thing. You know, they go into Laurie Strode's backstory, and you know she's had quite a few failed marriages and estranged from her daughter and all that kind of stuff because of how she is. But I mean, it's all justified in the end because what she was afraid of finally came to pass. And I don't know. There's a lot of a lot of themes in this movie about revenge and you know, just I don't know, like a lot of psychological stuff about things that can just break you, but things you know that are going to happen. I mean, it's the same thing as Terminator 2 with Sarah Connor. You know, she knew it was coming, but nobody believed her. And it even sucks even worse because, you know, Cyberdyne covered up what happened with the original Terminator. So Sarah Connor could never really, like, nobody believed her. But Laurie Strode is like, this stuff really happened. People knew it happened, but nobody would believe her when she's like, this is going to happen again. Like, they all act like she's crazy. And no wonder she's living in a compound out in the woods. People suck.
That should be the subtitle of the movie, Halloween 2018. People suck.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good presidential campaign slogan.
Yeah. I got
Funktastic 2020. People suck.
Yes. I got this last clip here I want to play. It's real short, but this basically sums up the whole, the reason that she made her house the way she did.
Okay, it's not a cage, baby. It's a trap.
So basically, you know, like her daughter kept saying that, you know, that basement was Laurie Strode's cage because she spent so much time preparing for this day, and it was never a cage. It was a trap for Michael Myers. And, you know,
there was one other callback earlier in the movie, callback to the original that I loved when he kills the old woman making the sandwich. And she's wearing like a red robe.
Yeah.
Exactly like the first movie when she was making the ham sandwich and she was wearing a robe and he took the knife. That was such a cool, like a little Easter egg kind of thing that, I mean, like we said before, there was a ton of them, but that was one of my favorites.
And I love the part when he knocks Laurie Strode out the window. She lands on the ground. He hears the daughter downstairs. Awesome. He turns his head and he turns back around and she's gone. I'm like,
that was so cool.
So it's like, oh, she's coming for you.
I like to think in his mind, he was like, so that's what it feels like.
Yeah. But one thing I did want to ask you, especially you, Joey, and I want to know what you think about this too, Derek. Now that you've seen a good bit of the Halloween movies, you know the Michael Myers M.O. There was one part of this movie that really did bother me, and it didn't bother me until this last viewing. And this is the fourth time I've seen the movie. And it didn't really hit me until this time watching it. The part where after he kills the doctor, the two cops go over there. He kills the two cops and then goes to Laurie Strode's house. And the husband of her son-in-law sees the cop car come up. He goes outside and is like, hey, guys, any word on my daughter or whatever? And he goes and looks in the window, and there's one of the cops that's dead. Of course, his face is all messed up, and he's holding the other cop's head with the flashlight shoved up in his neck like a jack-o'-lantern.
Right.
That felt really out of place to me. Like, that's not Michael Myers' MO to do something like that.
You think he wouldn't take all the time to hollow out the guy's skull?
Yeah, because we've established so far that he's just a killing machine. Like, he's like a shark.
He just kills and moves on.
Yeah, he kills and moves on. He doesn't take the time to do elaborate scare tactics. Like, he just wants to kill you. He doesn't want to scare you. He wants to kill you.
Who was driving the car, too, and how do they park it so perfectly?
Exactly.
That cop right there.
That really bugged me this time watching it. And I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. I didn't think of that
sense.
now, but yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Just I know that it's done for shock factor as a
Yeah. Oh yeah, as a filming technique.
as a filming technique, but at the same time, it just felt really, really out. And that's the only real part of the movie that felt really out of place to me and out of
Yeah.
character for Michael Myers. I mean, that's more
Right.
of a Freddy thing or something, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
agree.
God, dude! I texted you guys this last night. But speaking of Freddy, when they first show Michael Myers at the hospital in the beginning, whatever the podcaster guy shows him the mask, and you see his face, right? And
Uh-huh.
he's like an old man. He's got like this scruffy, like this, like
Yeah.
scruffy, like gray beard now, like stubbly and stuff. Like to me, from the side, and his hair really short like that, looked like an old Robert Englund. So I thought it would have been so cool if he just turned around and it was Robert
Yeah.
Englund just playing that part, just in that one scene. Because then they put the mask on him later, and it doesn't have to be. It could be somebody else.
Yeah.
I just thought it would be so cool for him to have played like for that movie to come out, and now he's played like two of the like world, the most famous horror slasher guys. That would have been so cool.
Oh yeah.
That would have been great.
Yeah, just for like a little homage to Nightmare. I thought it would have been really cool.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
And one of the most cringiest scenes in the movie is when the lady podcaster, I don't remember her name, but she's in the bathroom and Michael Myers comes in and he reaches over the top of the stall door and drops the teeth.
The teeth, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about teeth, but
It's gross.
it it like really gives me the willies. Anything to do with teeth.
She also didn't know. Well, I don't know how she knew that whose they were or whatever, but like, did she just get freaked out because of that in general, or did she know like it must have been the dude on the desk whose mouth was all like, what did he tear his throat out or something like that? Because
Yeah.
when the other dude went up to him and was trying to get his attention, and they showed his face in the desk with his jaw like way out here,
Yeah.
so I couldn't tell if he just ripped his freaking jaw out. I don't know.
I don't know.
It was hard to tell what happened, but what you could tell, it was definitely disfigured.
But did he take pliers to the teeth, or that would have taken some time. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever had a tooth pulled, but those things
Oh,
don't
God,
come
yes.
out easy.
Well, it depends on how how knocked out you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that in that same bathroom scene, that to me is when I felt like Michael Myers was back, because like the mask is iconic, but to me so is that navy jumpsuit that he wears. So
Yeah.
you see it through the bottom of the stall, and you see the boots and the bottom of the pants, and I'm like, oh shit,
See,
now he's back.
I caught that. I thought that just a little bit before that, when they showed the mechanic dead on the floor in the shop, and he was basically naked. He had an undershirt and boxers on, and I noticed, oh shit, his mechanic uniform is gone. That means Michael took it, and he's somewhere around. I mean, the first time I saw it, I didn't expect him to be in the bathroom, like hunting them down, but I didn't know where he would have been. But I thought that as soon as I saw the mechanic